What's he say after that? It's time for mistletoe and holly.
Grandma's pies.
Oh, God. Is that what he goes to?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Well, anyways.
And something covered in snow.
We missed doing anything special for Christmas. Aside from the last Roundup Horror Show Christmas special. But we're back with ZTOTV, the show.
ZTO Missmas. Because we missed it. Missmas.
I don't know when the last time we did an episode of this particular scenario. But this is season 3, episode 7. Coming back like, one of those shows that you love.
Like Roseanne. Did you see the teaser for that one?
That looks so fucking labored, man. I want them to cover John Goodman. I want them to just cover him up with an Afghan and let that man fucking sleep. He's fucking tired, guys. He looks rough. I don't know. It's going to be labored. It's really going to be labored, I think. They're going to ruin it, I feel. What do you think?
I don't think so.
You think it's going to be good?
I think...
I'll watch it.
But I hope it doesn't get overly political or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Roseanne's got some... I kind of agree with her on some things, but other things she's kind of fucking insane about.
Didn't she have a show about her nuts?
She has a pistachio farm or something.
She's nuts.
There he is. Greg! Greg is a friend of mine, and he lives on the land out here. Lives in a tent.
I go by Gregory Michael Sipes, but really I'm just a witness of the divine. All I want to do is live on the land and tap into the healing vibrations of the island. Om Namo. Like I'm getting high off eating grass.
Why I love Greg is because he goes along with all my
But anyways, it's been a while since we've done this. I don't know.
If it looks like I'm looking through the camera, it's because the calves are on right behind the camera. When you're looking
Let me
at
straighten you out there.
I'm going to be looking at you and
Ooh.
the TV at the same time. So
I'll straighten you out there. There you go.
Am I cool?
You're cool. Nice foliage behind you.
Yeah.
That's nice. Anyways, Star Wars just came out. Did you watch it yet?
Yep.
You did?
Yep.
Now, no spoilers. What's your opinion on it? Did you like it?
Well, it's either got to be the greatest thing I've ever seen or the worst thing I've ever seen.
That's kind of what the internet
that's what
too.
Everybody goes for. It's either terrible or I loved it. I thought it was good.
I think it's funny how people will want to dissect it. It's a kid's movie, right? Like, essentially, it's a kid's movie.
Yeah. I think they, without spoiling anything, they did their own thing and kind of threw out some of the formulas.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. Because I didn't read the fucking, all the fan-made shits and, comic book series and
it's just a fun movie for
I've
you.
seen all of the movies.
Right, and you've enjoyed them.
I enjoyed the first 3.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the prequels.
Right.
Because it had Liam Neeson, Sam Jackson, Ewan McGregor. It was good. It had Yoda in
I
it.
haven't seen,
I think there's a lot of shit even in the first ones. Because I had the original VHS of the undoctored versions.
Right.
And then they came back in and put the, little touches on it. Added a few CG things and did whatever to it. Which, if they cleaned that up, the scene with Jabba and Han Solo, you need that in the movie. And it wasn't in because the logistics were they couldn't do it back then.
Right.
So if you could replace him with CG, the first one they made looked terrible.
Yeah.
It was awful.
I haven't seen any of the new ones at all. Like, since they started making new ones, I guess.
Rogue One is really good.
I started to watch that on Netflix. I think it just came on Netflix, but I got distracted by whatever the fuck else was happening. I always looked at Star Wars as just a fun set of movies. I never really was one of those people that wanted to be like, well, this one's better than that one or whatever, because my favorite ones are the fucking Ewok ones. The Ewok movies, the actual Ewok movies, Battle for Endor and Caravan of Courage, are the best Star Wars movies in my opinion. And fuck you if you don't like it. I don't care.
These opinions do not represent those of Zombie Takeover TV.
No, just me, because Randy will probably feel very different.
No, I'm not.
And most people would.
Yeah, and I understand that you have a different taste than everybody else, so it's okay. Like, that's okay.
And I didn't like the prequels as much as I liked the original 3, but I still enjoyed them as much as you could enjoy a fucking movie about space things. And
I still got to enjoy most of them, even the prequels, from a kid's perspective, and that's why I like the, I didn't know. Oh well, Star Wars fans, Jar Jar Binks is blah 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 because whatever.
Yeah,
but to me, I was a kid, and it's a fucking kids movie.
It doesn't matter. It ultimately doesn't fucking matter.
Good actors in it.
It's funny to see people dissect Star Wars, and this is the good things, and these are the bad things, and I'm really disappointed by this. And demanding, there's people that are trying to demand they want them to make it again, like it's owed to them. It's a fucking movie.
I think J.J. Abrams he's directing the third one.
Oh, is he?
It was supposed to be somebody else maybe, and he's coming back on.
I don't
kind
know.
of like how Steven Spielberg really directed Poltergeist.
Well, that's
the kind of thing, you know what I mean?
I've heard two different
like Tobe
sides
Hooper
of that.
Was
too
whatever
the I've heard that, but I don't know how true that is because I've heard people say no, he absolutely directed it.
What was there's another one in there somewhere.
There's some weird shit happening in there.
Fuck.
There's some weird shit happening.
I thought
in
it was
the Tobe Hooper universe.
It was a George Clooney movie that happened too.
I'm not sure.
Oh no, Tombstone. I think Kurt Russell was like kind of the driving force there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but
come on, internet, bring it on, fuckers.
Yeah. Dude, I've been picking up trash through the whole fucking house. Seriously. It's an everyday struggle. It's like I clean up and all your bulk crap gets laying all... It's ridiculous. Second bag of trash... Dude. Is that fucking... Is that cum? That looks like fucking cum, dude. Hey. Dude.
What's up,
dude,
man?
I think that's fucking cum.
What?
You've been alone by your fucking self all day.
No, man, that's
cum.
I had some donuts earlier. That is fucking glaze from my from Krispy Kreme shit. You know how they are.
I'm tired of picking up your trash all day, dude, and you fucking... Like, a magazine. Really? Just the whole fucking magazine?
I just set my donuts down. That's all it is, man.
Well, that's not even one load, dude. It's not cum. It's not cum. It's seriously not cum. It's not cum. It's not cum. Did you get all of it? Huh? Did you get a little bit more? There you go. There you go.
All right, dude. That's cum. Oh, that's cum. Oh. Anyways, so what's been happening?
Lots of stuff.
Since we haven't done a sports corner in a while, anything sports related that you would like to talk about? The Indians almost won the World Series.
No.
Didn't they? No. Man, I don't fucking know anything.
They almost won the American League Divisional Series. Wait, was it divisional? Yeah, I think. Yeah, we lost the Yankees. Lord. I erased it in my mind.
He had a flashback. I reminded him.
So we didn't even make it to the championship series, let alone the World Series. So we were well hyped. We had pretty much the same people from last year. Cy Young winning pitcher and nothing.
Yeah.
But in other areas,
in other areas,
can you play the NBA theme song?
Oh, sure. It's been a while since we did that.
Yeah, the Cavs are looking pretty good this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just lost the Warriors on Christmas Day, but
That doesn't matter.
Or,
He says that doesn't matter.
about tied with the Kings right now, out in Sacramento.
So we
Out in
might, how much
Sacramento.
time's left on that? We might have a live.
Third quarter, 3 minutes,
Results.
so fourth quarter start here in a minute.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, and it's, 3-4 months before anything really matters in basketball. But football, Ohio State got screwed out of the fourth playoff spot because
That was
everybody
weird.
loves Alabama.
That was really weird.
Alabama. Let me tell you about Alabama. We like our football in Alabama. They only lost one game. They didn't play anybody. They were 0-1 in top 15 games. Ohio State was 3-1 because we actually play people, but playing people don't matter anymore.
No.
So we're going to schedule high school teams the whole year next year. Wait, I'm talking as a Ohio State person now. We're going to schedule all high school teams next year. So that way we can be undefeated, and that's all that really matters, just being undefeated. I'm not bitter about it, but down in Alabama,
Things are a little different down here in Alabama.
we like ourselves some Roy Moore. Hell, we would vote for a Camaro if you duct taped the Hun rifle to the side of it. I stole that from the liberal redneck.
Oh, okay.
Okay, just to be clear. And
Yeah.
the Ohio NFL teams, the pro football teams, are out of it completely.
Oh, yeah.
It's that time. I think the Browns are eliminated probably in week 6 or 7. They were eliminated as early as you can be eliminated.
Well, that makes sense. They are the Browns.
And they still haven't won a game. They're about to go 0-16 because I think they
Wow.
play the Steelers on Sunday.
I'm sorry, Browns fans. Holy
Like
shit.
0-16.
That's crazy.
That is they clinched the number 1 pick.
That's
They get the number 1 pick because they suck so much. But
Wow.
yeah, I think it's happened once. I think that the Lions did it, if I'm not mistaken.
That's fucking nuts, man.
But nobody really ever goes winless.
Yeah, I mean, that
But
almost
the Browns are about to do that.
like. Then what happens? Do they just not become? They're not a team anymore. Clearly, after it.
Yeah, I think the franchise will dissolve.
They just disappear.
No, they made some upper management changes. Really, that's an institutional problem or a systemic, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And they are keeping the head coach because he used to be a coordinator for us. He's a good coordinator. I don't know. Seems like a good head coach, but if you're not given anything to work with, not able to make your own decisions as a coach into what players you even want. Like having people that think they're smarter than you, analytics people. The fucking, what do you call it? The Moneyball guy. Mm-hmm. You remember Moneyball, Brad Pitt?
Yeah.
Okay, well that was about baseball. And this guy was an analytics guy. Well, they used him thinking, he knows analytics. He's going to be able to get the best players because of analytics. And
Can't always rely on that.
it didn't work in the way it did in baseball in there. So basically hired somebody that doesn't know anything about football to run the program. Ever since they left, they left. And then Baltimore wins the Super Bowl with Ozzie Newsome, who used to play for the Browns, as their manager. And he would have still been with the Browns if they would have stuck around. They would have probably won a Super Bowl. But no, you gave the team away. That's why I didn't root for you, because I was a kid. And you went away. And you had Eric Metcalf and Bertie Kosar.
Where did they go? They went to
Baltimore.
Baltimore, yeah.
Became the Ravens. And there were just no more Browns. Like, oh, hey, guys, the Browns are so bad. And before they left, they had Bill Belichick, who went on to win 5 Super Bowls as a head coach. You had him, and you guys were like, nope, fuck Browns, no more Browns. People loved you so much that they came back when you came back.
Yeah. Browns fans
And then
are
we felt
diehard,
sorry
man.
for them ever fucking since.
They're diehard.
They will never stop loving the Browns.
They won't.
I think if they won the Super Bowl, their heads would explode. The Cavs winning the championship a couple years ago, that was taking the pressure off. Like that really.
I saw a guy eat a piece of horse shit when the Cavs won. He walked right up to it, grabbed it, just fucking ate it like it was a fucking old time tobacco. Like just bit it right off. Fucking ate shit, man. Wow, what? It's the funniest way people react to their favorite sports team winning.
I may or may not have cried a little bit.
Well, that's all right.
You
You didn't eat shit off the ground. Would
you?
If there was shit here, would you?
Oh, no, I yelled until I was hoarse. And there was a lot.
Ran around the house? Did you run around?
No, there was a lot of fist pumping. There's a lot of this shit. Yeah. I turn into a kind of a black guy when I'm watching basketball.
Oh yeah.
I can't help it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Basically, yeah. The other day I'm watching and Dwayne Wade now plays with the Cavs. Came off the bench and he's like, tearing it up. Just hit 3 after 3 and he hits another one and I'm like, Wade, motherfucking Wade. I said some other shit that's not appropriate for white people to say most of the time. But I'm saying it.
Well, he was black at the time.
I was black at the time.
That's the thing, man. You get in when you follow sports and get into sports, you become really involved in it. I used to, when I was a kid, love the Bills, Buffalo Bills. I don't know why. I just picked them. I like the team, I guess. I had all, you always collect the cards. I was like, Thurman Thomas, motherfucker, and Andre Reed, motherfucker. I was getting into that was my team. And I watched them lose so many Super Bowls. the last time that they lost a Super Bowl, I was in tears. So I remember, I'm watching in living color. I don't give a fuck. I'm done. I'm just eating these Doritos and I'm watching in living color. This is the last time I ever watched another fucking football game in my life. I was just crying over fucking football. And then the next day I felt like a dick. I was like, oh, I fucking cried over football. What a dick. But, I'm sure every
I don't
sports
like
fan
it when I get
football
mad or have a shitty attitude because sometimes I'm at work and I'm working in a bar that has sports and whatever. You have to see your team lose,
and then you have to still work.
I had to be around a bunch of Steelers fans when the Bengals lost in the playoffs. Fucking worst possible way, worst possible ending to a game that has ever happened.
I really want someone to explain to me why that. Like, I understand. I want to know how you pick your fucking teams because I don't know why I like the Bills. I think it might have been the color scheme, red and blue, kind of nice. Like the clothes, they get the sweatshirt, nice blue sweatshirt.
O.J. Simpson? Yeah. Well, not O.J. Simpson.
Not that O.J., the other one. The one that did the running.
He was for the Bills. Never mind.
Like, whenever you live in Ohio, and there's so many Steelers fans here.
Yeah.
Why? What is that? It's like...
Well, think of it this way. Generationally, they, in the 70s, were really good. So if you were a kid in the 70s, you might have been like, I want the Steelers win all the time. I want to be a Steelers fan. So they were Steelers fans. Right. So now their kids are fucking Steelers fans too, because that's just what you do.
You know what's even weirder for me? I can kind of even go with anything you want to say about choosing a football team or a baseball team. NASCAR drivers. How do you pick a NASCAR driver that you like? Hey, NASCAR fans, how the fuck do you decide that? I like it. I like Coke. I don't know. Do you pick are you going based on the car? I like Tide.
I don't know. Back in the 90s, I liked Dale Earnhardt, not Jeff Gordon. Remember, we had a teacher that was fucking in love with Jeff Gordon.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Well, I don't know why.
Yeah.
It was like, I liked the Goodwrench car.
I didn't,
because he was good. He was like the one famous one, and I don't know how you like latch onto that. That's what I said, like the Steelers thing.
Yeah.
There wasn't much as far as Ohio football going on in those days.
No.
To be excited about. So I used to like the Cowboys, kind of.
Yeah.
But I never really. In the same way I liked Michael Jordan growing up, because he was the shit. He was the fucking king shit, and I liked the Cavs, but I didn't understand then that they're in the same division, and you can't root for them both. You can't root for the Cavs and Michael Jordan. It doesn't work like that.
You can't.
And he broke our hearts. But I was like, well, he's just the best in the world. He's like the best ever. So of course he's going to do that.
Yeah. The
Cavs have never been good. And before LBJ, LeBron, motherfucking James, we were were in shit shape, and now we're actually good. So I might be going to a game, reporting live ZTO.
Oh wow!
From the Q, Quicken Loans Arena.
Well, let's take a little break here. We've been up to a lot of stuff since we've been off. I want to play a couple little things during this episode. So, we filmed a Hell's Fire Sinners video out here that took a very long time for me to edit correctly. It took I didn't never think I was going to get it finished. But finally, everybody signed off on the project being completed, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. So here is that project. Please enjoy it. There's like the craziest camel toe that I think I've ever seen in jeans that's forever. So it's worth, I mean, if nothing else, you've got that weird, it looks like the most uncomfortable thing that could happen to a woman. But
how much does that boost this movie? Like, you don't have to give it a rating, but did that come into play?
If you want to see Dottie from Pee-wee's Big Adventures, camel toe, it's in here for like 20 minutes. Welcome back to the show.
Welcome back to the show.
So we have a lot of things coming out. I'm sure there's a lot of people wondering when all the Groamy show footage is coming out. Well, soon. You know, that's the answer. I'm sure you're wondering why I'm putting this out before I'm working hard on that. Well, I'll tell you what. You know, sometimes, you know, you got a lot of time to fill. Like, from here to our next show in February, at the end of February. So I'm just gonna, space it out and put some additional content up, But I figured we would play some stuff that happened, as like a preview to what's to come. So Bundy and The Spins. Let's check that out real quick, and we'll come right back, and we'll talk about some stuff. We'll do some things, whatever. But we'll be right back.
We Bundy and The Spins from Fraley, Ohio. This next one is called Roadkill Road. We got an EP. You can buy it for free, whoever you want to pay.
Whoa. We're back. Shady's back. Back again.
I don't know the words.
So some other things that are coming down the pipeline. Of course, we have Bundy and The Spins, who you just saw. We have Curse of Z and Poor Brother Bill, all musical performances from the Groamy Show. That's all coming out. A little bit later in this show, we will see the Comedy Corner with Dan Fraley. So that'll be fun. A couple comedians. A first timer on this one, a 16-year-old kid. Kane Merriman, I believe his name was. 16-year-old kid come out to do stand-up for the first time. So I guess that's a cool thing. Of course he has work to do. He's a 16-year-old kid. I'm not a stand-up per se. I've done things on a stage in whatever capacity it is. I don't know what
stand-up-ish.
It's in the comedy vein, or trying to. It's an attempt, anyways. When we do live stage shows and things, which we have one of those coming up. You went to the Tree Bar show we had in September, was it? Yeah, September.
Yeah.
We were in the Tree Bar in Columbus. We're coming back to the Tree Bar in June 1st. And that's going to be a benefit for Rock for the Heart, which is a good benefit or good cause. You know, it's, you know, people who have unique heart conditions, trying to help them through their, you know, process, through the whole. They don't know a lot of things, man. There's a lot of weird heart conditions. People taking so much medicine a day just to survive that it's fucking insane.
Very true.
So try to help them out. We got some bands on the bill. Electro Cult Circus will be playing that show. God, I wish I remembered everybody else. Of course, Oddfellows Oddities will be closing up the night with their random strangeness, you know, variety and fun. Burlesque stuff, all that good stuff that you've come to know and love from Odd TV. Another thing we have coming down the pipe is I'm going to do another Strange Findings with Ray McGuff, where he spoils the Star Wars movie for me. I haven't watched, like I said previously, I have not watched any of the new Star Wars movies, but I have had Randy explain every plot point to me on a podcast. So I know what happens. Through his eyes, through his words.
Wow.
That's my only experience with these new Star Wars movies.
That's really weird.
It's become a yearly thing. He spoils it for me yearly, so you can listen to that. There's 2 other ones on our Bandcamp page if you want to check that out, in the Strange Findings album. I don't know. I believe it's season 1 and 2. We break that into seasons. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff. Check it out. Bandcamp.com. It's Zombie Takeover Studios.bandcamp.com. Check it out. Yeah. So what's been going on, dude? I haven't even seen you since forever. You know, we did the Wingsman podcast.
Forever.
I'm sure people are pining for us to bring back the Wingsman podcast.
Yes, daily calls for that.
People did enjoy that and interact with me on Facebook about the show, and there was actually a big hubbub. I don't know if I told you about that. There was only like one Wings fan group on Facebook, and so I would post the show in there. And the one day I noticed an overwhelming amount of those memes that have like Willy Wonka, and it's like sarcastic Willy Wonka, but they were all like anti-Hillary things, like, which they were like aggressively anti-Hillary things. But I don't give a fuck about Hillary Clinton anyways. I never was a supporter of her or our current fucking dickball president. So it didn't bother me, but I was like, is this a fucking group about wings, or is this a group about fucking Hillary Clinton hating on her and stuff? And the guy's like, if you don't like it, you can fucking leave. And this is an administrator of this group. And I'm like, well, I gotta leave now. This guy's just an asshole, and he's the guy that running the whole fucking thing. So a bunch of other people did, and they turned off and made their own Wings group. I mean, the inner workings of the Wings fandom is really intricate and interesting. But now there's a new Wings group of the defectors. Who want to just stick to the Wings, man, for the show.
Yeah, for the fucking Wings, man. It's about the Wings.
So, if you're in a Wings
we get off topic, but we're not. Yeah, we're not preachy.
No,
we may be preachy about Wings, sometimes about whores.
Yeah, we did talk about whores a lot one time, but no, we do talk a lot about Wings. That's the main focus of the podcast, but also we have to talk about Donald Trump at some point, so it just fucking happens. I mean, how do you not talk about him? He's an overbearing tyrant that's in our everyday lives, even if we want it or not. We look at the news, it's fucking Donald fucking Trump everywhere.
Hey, we got a tax cut.
Did we?
We got a tax cut.
Holy shit,
You're going to get more back for your kids.
Hey, that's good.
You know, that one is going to expire. The one for the rich doesn't expire, of course. That's because that's just how it is.
What about net neutrality,
a little bit loud.
Net neutrality is a fucking huge, crazy thing that happened where...
And they just kind of like put the fucking final nail in the coffin on that one, too.
Yeah. And I don't fully understand net neutrality, but I know that now businesses can just do whatever the fuck they want. It's like the Wild Wild West again. And
I've seen a couple of good analogies on it, but the gist of it is that all the big companies can strong arm you, almost like the mob.
Right.
That's the best analogy I can think of right now. But you're an individual business, and you don't want to pay to have Google or whoever, Verizon or whoever these companies, parent companies that run your internet speed.
Right.
If you don't pay them to be in this certain package, like Amazon can, well, their page is much faster and everything's much better because they own the internet.
Yeah.
Because they can afford that. You, as a small business, can't afford that. So,
well, who knows?
All that they need to do is say, Amazon say, well, yeah, slow their speed. Make it so that people can't get from the small business.
Well, see, there was just a lawsuit that popped up with Apple because they were slowing the older model iPhones, slowing them down so that people would want to get the newer ones.
Yeah.
So there's a big lawsuit right now about that.
And that's the kind of stuff that they're covering.
Yeah, so who knows what's going to happen, truthfully.
People, I don't know. On the right, it's more of like a free market thing. They look at it as, we got a free market, and they should be able to do whatever they want. And, you own the company, you fucking should be able to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Deregulation.
But does that work?
But the problem is you like, they put their faith in things that we have, over human experience, have determined as bad fucking ideas. Every one of them. And, like, well, if people with money and power make all the decisions and have all the money, they're going to be like, yeah, let's do this good thing instead of this for me. They're not going to do that. They're going to do, I'm going to do me
Is
thing.
it just me, or does the world currently seem like it is completely run by, like, a multitude of various Skeletors that are, like, just, like, openly controlling everything? Like, it seems like there are so many bad, terrible people in our government right now. They're obviously terrible, horrible people. Yeah. And they're just running everything, and we're just all just like, I guess we let them because they won the election? This is terrible. We can't do anything about this.
I think Dave Chappelle made a joke. Somebody else did. Was like, he was talking about poor white people and saying that if they don't...
they don't understand it yet.
Yeah, they just don't get it. And he's like, well, he's doing this for me. Like, if you give tax breaks to the rich or whatever, like, he's helping Dave Chappelle. He's helping black people. But it's not about black or white at a certain point. It's about money.
Yeah.
Money's everything. Fucking, we lick all over the fucking Saudis that, we love you. No matter what they do. How horrible they... You want to cut people's heads off and that's fine. We just don't... you're this culture.
Culture.
We gotta be completely covered from head to toe. It's culture. You can't, you don't let them drive. That's not our business. It's not our business.
You're overstepping our bounds.
Not our business. But money talks, man. And that's what I say. People like, all the conspiracies, we fucking Jews, man. Jews running everything. What the fuck? Nobody at that level gives a fuck about religion. Do you understand that? Do you understand that?
No.
Because if you did, in most of the teachings of religion, that the person that showers themselves with everything is the person less likely to go to fucking heaven. That's pretty much the story. That's it. Stairway to Heaven. That's what that song's about. A lot of examples, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of examples.
Like,
don't put me on the spot.
Jesus said it's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than a rich man to get into heaven.
Oh, see? There you go.
You know, so
I think there's two main groups of people that talk a lot about God. People who need it and want it to be the way things are. They have the faith, that true faith that you hear people talk about that I still am bewildered by. And then there's people who know that they can manipulate other people by utilizing it. And that is literally what is happening. And it's happening right in front of everyone. And no one's stopping it. No one's like, this fucking guy doesn't believe in the God that you believe in. No matter how many times he says it, it doesn't matter. Haven't you ever seen somebody lie before? He's doing it right now. Like no one has ever told him he's a liar, but he's a liar. Yeah. Look at him. Yeah. You can tell the dude is just chock full of bullshit.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone who's literally the epitome of like evil.
Well, yeah, we could register as a church organization, and we wouldn't have to pay taxes.
Yeah,
it's not like we make any money off this shit because we don't.
I know so many people who are ordained.
If we did, we could.
Do you know? Do you know anybody that's ordained?
No.
I know like 3 fucking people who are ordained, and they can marry people. It's like, it's easy to get. It's an easy thing to become.
Well, anybody can marry somebody as long as it ain't, the same kind of genitalia as the other person.
It's
they
all
can marry.
just
You can marry
words.
Marriage whoever you want as long as it ain't no gays.
I heard them gays like to take their dicks and put them together just like that. It is real weird. Makes me feel funny inside, so they shouldn't be able... You know what? I said we take away their right to vote. That was a parody, people.
And I think the major thing that people get freaked out by about gays is why not only is it not... Like, they just don't want to see it, but they don't want you to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they don't like the idea that you
they
do
don't
it.
like that it's a
because
concept.
If they have to be around you that does it, all that they can think about is wieners in your mouth.
Yeah.
Like, whether they like it or not, they're like, he's gay. So I'm just like, your brain makes you... It's like... you don't have to think about it. Your brain just like pops in. He's got a dick he's had a dick in his mouth.
It's the lowest fucking way of thought. Like, it'd be like if you were just sitting outside, some guy's just sitting outside looking at birds, and he's like, I really like birds. You know what, though? Chickens don't fly. You know what? Peacocks don't fly either. I don't like those birds. We should only eat those birds. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. I lost track of what my thought process was. If we offend anybody if we offend anybody by talking about this stuff like this, get over it. Really, it's fucking 2018.
I'm making fun of people that don't like even the idea of it. Like, they can't see it. When they see it, they're like, oh, he's had a dick smack him in the face. I know it. Because sometimes a man's point of view, a man's thinking, is primordial. And now in 21st century, we should never act on that shit unless it's consensual. But that doesn't help thoughts. Right. Sometimes men have thoughts. They always have thoughts.
Yeah.
They've probably looked at a woman and been like, you've had a dick smack you in the face before. Sometimes. That happens. But when it's a man that you assume is just a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird that you have to think about that for a second.
It is. That's the thing that fucks me up the most, is that, like, gay people can't just be themselves. There has to be an announcement that they are.
Yeah.
Like, and it's expected by straight people, I think. Like, well, he hasn't told anybody he's gay. Like, who fucking gives a shit? I don't care. Is he an asshole?
Yeah.
That's all I give a shit.
You know what? You know how you find out he's gay? He's shown up with the same friend 2 Christmases in a row. 2 Christmases in a row.
Just
The
assume
same.
it.
His roommate.
Just assume
his roommate.
Just assume it like you would assume if he brought a girl that he was sticking it in there.
Yeah.
And ultimately,
You don't have to
matter?
you don't have to focus on that thought, though. You don't have to focus on that thought. It'll flash in there. You know, sometimes it'll flash in there. It'll be fucking, like peeling a banana or something, getting ready to eat it. And you're just like, oh, no. And, just get over it. Get the fuck over it. Like, it is a thing now. Monkeys suck each other's dicks, and male lions.
It's
hump
weird
on
though
each
that there's
other.
like this.
Fucking male dolphins
like
do
this,
it. Don't fucking
it's
pretend
weird
like
though
it's unique to humans.
It's all right if it flashes in there if it's something a kind of sex you approve of and enjoy. It's like you're saying, "Hey man, I only good kind of sex thoughts go in my head. The ones I like. That's the only kind that go in there. Don't you set up a scenario in your own life and then I have to imagine what's going on because you could show me pictures so I know. It seems like you're really interested in it. Like you're really invested in this. Yeah. A little bit more than you should be.
But it's natural for people to look at any couple, and be like, what goes on there? That's just natural. You got it?
I've seen some straight couples where I was like, how's that work out? Mathematically.
You're working out the logistics of it. Well, you probably can only do it that one way.
Yeah, she's definitely on top all the time. Like, that's the only way it's happening. There's no, or, the other way. He's always got to be on the backside, or lifting up her leg in some weird way. Yeah.
I saw a little person. I feel like I should be calling him a midget because little person just sounds so much more demeaning.
It does.
Yeah. You've got a name for what
call
kind of person you are.
Daikini. We can call them daikinis.
It doesn't have to be derogatory. With a normal size, larger woman. Yeah. And the first thing I thought of was, how does that work? How's that going?
Like a step stool's happening.
Yeah. There's some apparatus. There's got to be some help there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they're not getting it on in the shower. I know that. I may have thought about that one a little bit too much.
Oh God. Oh man. Shit.
See, I knew we'd find something to talk about.
We found something. Oh, shit, I forgot to even mention this. Did you hear about the fucking thing happening up at the Dunkirk bar?
No.
It was like, I don't want to put names out there because I don't know what exactly happened.
Yeah, no, just
somebody evidently got run over with a car. Like it was an altercation and someone just used the car as a weapon and ran a dude over right there. A couple people, I think, actually. I want to know what happened. I want to know the scenario. I want to get them on this show and talk about it. I want to work it out because I got to hear what happened. That has to be crazy. Like I just picture a woman named Loretta was involved or something. Loretta, God damn it, Loretta. I don't know. I don't know what the hell happened. You fucked my wife, man. Whatever it was. What was the thing? I did hear some names though. I don't want to say them, but if anybody involved could let me know what happened, we could do it all anonymous, like they used to do this.
Yeah, we'll do an exclusive interview.
Like,
you'll be
in the dark, with a lowered voice, like they did those Frosted Flakes commercials back in the 90s. You remember those? Tony the Tiger.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, let's go into our last featured clip of the episode. This is the Comedy Corner with Dan Fraley, talking to some comedians, having a good time on the Groamy Show. If you want to catch the Groamy Show, check out the Groamy Show page on Facebook. I think it's February 24th. It's Saturday. That's our next show. I can't recall all of the bands, but I know Voice of God will be there. Misunderstood, I think, from Richmond, Virginia. Is that Virginia or is that Indiana? I always fuck it up. I don't know. Anyways, check this shit out.
So let's start out a little bit on your background. Let's start with Dave. Dave, when did you start in comedy? What are your influences? A little about yourself.
I've been doing this for like 7 years. I started at the Funny Bone in Cincinnati.
Okay.
I was introduced to a contest, and I went. I always wanted to do it because I think I'm funny, and I went and I won.
Oh, wow.
But the dude who introduced me sucked.
Yeah.
That was funny as hell too. Like, you introduce me and you lose, okay?
Yeah.
And that's how I got started. So, and I never stopped. You know, I felt like that was my calling.
Yeah.
So I just never stopped doing it.
Yeah, that's the tough one is when the guy introduces you, they dig you a hole, and then you got to work your way out of it.
Yeah.
It's one thing to start with a dead crowd. It's another thing to one who just dug a hole and you have to get up to normal.
Absolutely.
So that's tricky. That's something you always learn. Same with you, Kane. When did you start?
That's just trash.
Well, that's how the shows are. I mean, like you said, he came with a guy who honestly, his situation's actually worse. Because when you have a crowd that's ready to go, and you know what I mean, that helps, and you just gotta not be terrible. And he had something where a guy dug a hole and he had to get back. It's really tough. But like I said, first time, I didn't know it was your first time on stage.
Yeah,
it was your first time.
I've been doing comedy for about 21 minutes now.
21 minutes, yeah. Yeah, first time on stage. Yeah. I told him I didn't start till I was 27.
Right.
You know, I mean, he's 17. I mean, you know.
Keep it going, man.
Yeah, it's something where you get better, and you just
feel like you like it. Keep it going.
Yeah, you rewrite and you just fix stuff. That's what you got to do. You know. So on your end, Dave, what are your influences? What kind of comics did you watch growing up that you really were inspired by?
I like the oldies, man. Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, pretty much everybody. I mean, I get my influences off anything that's funny. You know what I mean? Like people in general, kids, anything. You know what I mean? Humor is medicine to me. You know what I mean? I think the world is at a place where we need to laugh. You know what I mean? Like right now.
Absolutely.
So
Right now?
Right now.
Everyone join me. And the same joke is murmured from the crowd.
Okay, so same question to you, Kane. I know there's probably going to be a different influence just because of your age, but what comics did you watch that really got you into it?
Daniel Tosh.
Daniel Tosh.
Anthony Jeselnik.
Jeselnik, yeah.
John Mulaney.
Oh, John Mulaney. I like John Mulaney, yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld. Bill Murray. Bill Murray.
Murray, yeah.
Yeah, and there's also a guy named like Bill Burr.
Bill Burr, yeah. Bill Burr, he's a working comic, man. He's awesome.
And those are like Jerry Seinfeld too. Like those are all really my influences growing up. Just watching them, like Adam Sandler.
Okay, yeah.
You know, all those guys. I just kind of grew up watching. I listen to Robin Williams every now and then.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, and this is, like I said, this is really what you have here, especially on this. This is cracking. Right now, you have sort of different stages. Like, I've only been doing it about 4 years. So I'm a glorified bar comic at best. And you have a guy who's done clubs, and then you're just starting out. So the one thing I'd say is, and I'm sure you'd agree, the one thing you say is, you just got to keep working at it, get to the stage whenever you can, and work on your stuff and craft it. Because the joke you tell tonight, you may say nothing from tonight. I mean, you don't know. And then a year from now, you could have a whole set, and it's up working on that first 5 minutes. That's all it is, building, and then once you have 5, you work on 10, and you just build up. Before you know it, you can headline and do half hour, 45 minutes.
I got like 3 minutes tonight.
Well, there you go. See, that's what you do. You got to craft, and that's what it's about. It's about crafting. I got on stage. First time I got on stage, I got up for 7 minutes. I told 2 stories I wrote as a teenager, and I crafted them into jokes. And I've been doing now 4 years, and I used one of those stories. I think I used one now. Everything else I've written since then. So it's just about, like I said, and this is the guy who's actually done it longer, has been in clubs. It's all about crafting. So, just keep it up. And thank you for coming out, Dave. So we had a couple comics cancel out, and they couldn't make it. I didn't think he could make it. He made it, and it was great. I was glad he got here. So I hope you guys enjoy the comedy. Thank you guys for coming out. I'm Dan Fraley. This is the Comedy Corner, and we'll see you later.
red circle.
Our next comic coming to the stage, who's earlier we've learned about, is 17 years old. He is a Lima local.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Please welcome Kane Merriman.
Woo! Don't lose your shit, kid. That's why I don't believe you.
He's tall.
Good H2O right there. Leave it there for a second. But yeah, like you said, my name's Kane. This is literally my first show. And
Don't lose your shit.
Hey, shut up. Let me do it.
I did not prepare for this whatsoever. I have no idea what I'm going to say. But my name is Kane, and if the first thing you thought when you heard my name was "Where's Abel?" please never, ever talk to me in your life. Okay? That wasn't funny. I just want to make that as a statement. I will kill you, literally. If you say that to me. I've done it once with a rock, I can do it again. It's all good. Like you said, I'm 17, and like at most places, in order to get a management position, you gotta be 21. So I'm kind of getting there, right? But I honestly don't think I can be a manager anywhere, because they have these really awkward situations. I mean, like really awkward situations. I don't think I can handle those. Here, let me give you a scenario. Say I'm a manager at McDonald's. And I feel like, because, you know, this world is strange, some guy's just going to walk in, straight drop his pants, and start jerking it off in the lobby. And I don't know how I'm going to handle that situation. First, I'm just going to be stuck staring at the dude. Like, is he really just jerking off in my lobby right now? Can't call the police, either, because I don't want to have that freaking conversation with someone on the other line. Yeah, there's a man in here kind of choking his chicken in my lobby. Can you, please come arrest him? It's kind of disturbing. He's uncircumcised, and I've never seen that personally. Yes. Hey, Truman, I got a question for you.
Oh, no.
Just so I can pick on you. This is real dark, by the way, so if you don't laugh, understandable. It makes you a good person. How you turn a baby into a cat?
Oh no.
Don't know, do you?
Do a wood chipper?
No, that's very dark and twisted of you. Don't know why you would say that. No, but you do turn it into an ice cube and run it through a bandsaw, and when you do, it makes it sound meow. I could turn a baby into a dog too if I really wanted to. This one's a little more messed up. You kind of like dump a bunch of lighter fluid on it, and then you take a match and it's woof. It's a dog now. This is always an all-around favorite amongst everyone who doesn't have a soul. Truman, I'm going to pick on you again.
Alright, what?
How do you get a mentally retarded kid to kill himself?
Put a knife in their hand.
Now you all know where this is going.
Put a knife in their hand.
So what you do is shut up, because I already know you know it. Is
Well, why'd you ask me?
You hand him a knife, so I'd hope you go along with it, that's why.
Nope.
You'd hand him a knife, and you go, this is bad. Who's special? Me. Gone. In an instant.
Wow.
And now we know who has a heart and who doesn't. I see him. I see you smiling over there. Don't try to act like that was fucking funny. Changed in the past 15 seconds.
How y'all doing?
Terrible.
I'm gonna ask y'all something. Where am I at?
Groamy.
Center stage.
Yeah. I mean, what part of the universe am I at?
Our part of the universe.
What's the name of it?
Trump Nation.
Trump. That's not good for a black dude. Is there a lot of Trump supporters here?
No.
Yes,
Go, bro. Go, bro.
Who voted for Trump in here?
You can't vote, Aiden. You can't vote, bro.
Y'all must be the whitest black people I've ever seen. Okay?
Or they just don't want to admit it.
Yeah, that too.
You're scary in the middle.
Yeah. I smoked the joint all the way up here, man. I'm high as hell. I ain't even lying, man. I wave at the police. Black people don't wave at the police, okay? Black people do not wave at the police, okay?
That might think you're reaching for a gun.
You ever been so high when you see the police, you be like, hey, if we were at the police, we'd be like, ha, ha, get out the way, okay? You know? It's not on purpose. How y'all doing? Y'all married? How long y'all been married? Yeah. You know that's a long time when she don't got a number. Long enough. Just. Are you happily married or you just married? She didn't answer though. She stood over there talking about, yeah, you know. Yeah.
This is just my family.
This your family?
Kind of, sorta.
Oh, okay.
Kind of happy.
You the son?
I'm the grandson.
You're the grandson?
How old do you think I am?
I have no idea. I smoke weed. I don't give a shit. Old enough to come in this motherfucker. I'm happy to be here amongst my Caucasian family. For real. It feels like I'm at the Waffle House or something. That's what the fuck I feel like. Is there any steaks and eggs in the back or anything? Nothing?
No.
Just albums and shit?
We got grits, though.
You got grits? I like grits. Butter. A little bit of honey. Hell yeah.
You gotta put
you
some
just
on that
might
shit.
be black, okay? You just might.
Or my stepdad just might.
Yeah. Don't say that too loud. Might be my cousin somewhere down the line. This is beautiful, man. I never did a comedy show in a record store. So this is great.
Well, you're doing well now.
Yes.
Have you ever done a comedy
You
show?
come from?
She's boisterous, ain't she? Just, you got straight A's?
No.
You better stop making them because you was boisterous. Trump! Shh! I like women.
Yes. That's good, bro.
No. First of all, let me say something. Y'all ain't supposed to like women ever. Okay? No, I almost cussed. Forget that. Do not like girls. They stink. Okay? Don't. Okay, young ladies. Young boys stink. Okay? Just keep taking showers and get A's. I don't know.
I'll get A's.
Yeah.
I get it.
You get A's? You get A's? You look like you get A's. Your glasses just straight.
What's up, sir?
You look like you get in trouble? You bad?
Yes.
I mean, I got suspended off the bus for cussing, so I mean.
Oh, shit.
You know what you finna get for Christmas?
What?
A belt. Whoop his ass. Fuck that. Really? No. Come on, man. We need you in the universe.
No, we don't. No, you don't.
We do. We do.
Actually,
You are the future.
I have been given a sign by the car that ran me over that I'm not supposed to be in this year.
You got hit by a car?
Yes.
You got
No,
hit by a
same.
car.
Join the club.
He got stabbed in the face with a butterfly knife.
Yeah.
Stabbed in the face.
Hey, do you see why Caucasian people is weird as fuck? You know
White people.
what I'm saying? Y'all off the chain.
Person who stabbed me in the face lost his left nut, so.
me-
God got my back.
You got stabbed in the face?
I got stabbed in the face.
And then he lost his.
Yeah, and then the guy that stabbed him
Have
lost
no
his
feeling
nut.
right here. It's all bad.
That's why I smoke weed. Look at this shit. This is weird as fuck. Look.
You might just be high.
Who's to say we were sober when this happened?
Either way, this is weird. Okay. I've been to a Five Finger Death Punch concert. Yeah. You see my black ass? Look at me. When I first walked in, it was like, you work here? I'm like, hell no. I don't fucking work here. And I'm not throwing that cup away. I do not work here. So Caucasian people do shit that black people don't do. When y'all jump out on stage and they carry your motherfucking ass somewhere,
Yeah.
black people don't do that. Ever. So I tried
I've seen one do it.
Is he still living?
Yeah.
I tried that shit.
Yeah.
I jumped out there, man. By the time I got to the exit sign, I was naked. I don't think that's cute
Hey, Rob.
at all.
I do.
Yeah, that ain't cute at all. Because it was cool when I jumped out there. I'm like, oh, man, this is what they do? Oh, shit. I'm reading all these posters and shit, and everybody
Where's my
laughing
belt?
and crying at the same time.
Where's my belt?
Then I seen the exit sign. I'm like, what the fuck? They carried me to my car. That is not cute. I've been cow tipping. Black people don't do that. Hell no.
Must be the whitest black guy I've ever
Boy,
met.
you say it again. What makes you think me, looking at me, that I indulge in marijuana, that I can outrun a cow? I can't. I can't. I had a dude say, "You a comedian?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, why did the chicken cross the road?" I said, "Shit, I don't know. But I wish a chicken would cross my road. That motherfucker better have on some Jordans because we finna get that motherfucker. I wish a chicken would cross anywhere near my street. As soon as we smell chicken, I'm cutting the oven off." My son love niggas. I wish a chicken would cross the road. I wish. What you want for Christmas? A chicken across the street. I'm finna tear his ass up. I love y'all.
Oh, I love you too.
Yeah, that was gay. No.
I have socks on, so
Yeah, I know. I'm just playing, man. I'm a comedian. It's nothing. Hello, children. How y'all doing? What y'all want for Christmas?
A life.
A life? How much does that shit cost?
I'm confused. Do you want to murder someone?
She need a tutor, right? I want a life too, but I can't afford that shit.
I want a knife.
You want a knife? You going to bed. As soon as you get out, go to bed. See, kids is off the chain, ain't they? That's why I only got one. I got a condom on right now. I'll never happen again. Ever. Right now. What's your name?
Aiden. His name's Aiden.
His name's Aiden. Roadkill.
Yes.
Yeah.
He got hit by a car.
Bad as you need a belt whooping. You get whoopings?
No.
See?
Hell
No,
no.
more close fist to the face type family.
You get your ass, you get beat up?
No.
By his brother.
Yeah.
I love you. Fuck him up now. You ain't supposed to say that. I'm just playing. I don't really know what to say. It's kids in here. I'm
Just
usually
say
off
it,
the
bro.
chain.
I'm 17, say anything.
I'm 15.
How many of y'all jack off?
You know what?
I'm gonna be honest with
You jack off?
He gave a nut yet.
Tear your ass up. Go to bed. You need to go to
No,
bed.
wait, no, you need a sock first before I go to bed.
You need to I jack off a lot. No, a whole lot.
That's what joking be. I'm not serious.
Just wait, no, not November?
Yeah. Anybody in here got young kids?
Yeah.
Like 4, 5, 6? Oh, yeah.
My son turned 2 months
2
tomorrow.
months? Oh, he
mine
can't
does
walk.
Bro, mine too.
He can't do shit. Just shut up. If anybody in here tried to get some and your young kids bust open the door while you was doing it, no.
Can't say that has ever happened.
I'm the only one.
I've had my brother do that when he was young.
You nasty too. You was doing it and your little brother opened the door?
No. I was.
Well, I know someone who did it in his
room
sister's
with
bed.
this little lady, and my brother bust open. You know, I ain't stopped. I just told him to get out. Like,
Wait, whoa. If I was Santa Claus, I'm like, whoa. Wait a minute. You was doing it.
like
They bust open the door and you ain't stopped.
Yeah, because I had the blankets. I was like, he ain't gonna see, man. Like,
That's a freak for real, okay?
I mean, it's his fault. He should open the door. It's my
I
door.
feel like you. Let me tell you what happened to me. I was doing it to this girl from the back. Severely. You hear me?
Right.
Tearing her ass up. Sorry, y'all. And the 5-year-old opened the door. Yeah. Right before I was finna come. Right before I was finna come.
You get better story when I'm
Yeah. But I didn't stop either. But what I did do, I just turned around and skeeted on him. Go to bed. I fucked this chest up. Go to bed. Why is it my fault? Get a lock on the door. I'm just saying.
There's a sock there for a reason.
Go to bed. Your ass need to go to bed too. For real. Your parents here?
No.
I'm gonna call them. What's their number? They know you here? You got me, big bro.
They know I'm here.
I'm gonna buy you something for Christmas too.
They know he's here.
They do?
Yeah, they know.
Do they know you're performing though? No.
Yeah, bad parents. Don't see the black dude, huh? I went to a rodeo.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's another thing,
Black people don't do this shit.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Listen, man, I love Caucasian people, man. Fuck y'all. Hear me? I drove a John Deere tractor on purpose. That shit was beautiful, okay? that's like the Cadillac of lawnmowers, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
Say something. You got on the green like the damn John Deere hat. Come on now.
I've never driven a John Deere.
You might be black. I'm mixed. I think that shit was beautiful. They had a horn on it, a radio. The shit. Because everybody lied on purpose. You hear me? Thought it was great.
Drove something bigger.
See, you nasty. What? You nasty.
He was a train driver.
You a train driver?
I was.
Really? Black people have never been on no train. You know what I mean? If a black person been on a train, they going to jail, okay? I think that's great. How long you been doing that?
Did it for 40 years.
40 years. Okay. Applaud the train conductor. I don't know. Engineer? Never met one of them. Yeah, I think that's fucking great. Only time I see trains is on the movies, like Fast and the Furious and shit like that. Just think that's fucking awesome.
Be around this town.
Can you cook?
How
How many men in here can really cook?
I can cook.
Yeah, you know what? First of all, this is not school. I need some applause. I don't. If you can cook, say hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Women.
Hell no.
Hell yeah. Hell
How many men cook for their women?
Fuck no. I don't get
Why you quit?
That's why you're single. You gotta be able to cook for your girl, man.
No, I know how to make pizza rolls. That's good enough.
Pizza rolls and the box.
When she's not feeling it, I'm about, I got you, babe. Turn on the oven. What do I preheat it to?
You just sexy for no reason. No. Men that don't know how to cook for their women, I'm gonna teach y'all something. I got a dish. Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
No.
Yeah.
No, women, no. Men, yes. Because we don't give a shit. We gonna eat everything. We don't give a shit. So.
My whole family's black.
Okay, well, if you can tell by my stance, I don't have a lot of money.
It's nice shoes though.
That's all I got though.
That's where all his money went.
Yeah, I got Jordans, 4 cigarettes, engine lights on in my car. I got a girlfriend I'm divorcing tomorrow.
Man, she taking half your stuff, man.
Nah, not hell nah. We get married. I got a condom. Fuck her. Okay. I got this dish, man. Any man in here can cook. Little shorties, y'all can cook this too. If y'all ain't got nothing in y'all refrigerator but chicken. Because you know, women like sides, right? Y'all like potatoes?
No.
You don't like potatoes?
Nope.
You don't like
What you
mashed
like?
potatoes, cheese scallops?
Yeah, you don't like salad?
I don't like salad. I don't eat salad.
You like candy? What the fuck? Okay, well,
I like
anyway.
candy too. Can I come to your white man?
You know what? You need a whooping, okay?
You would appreciate it if you did it yourself.
All y'all need to be in the bed right now, okay? Well, I got this dish. Well, you ain't got a whole lot of money and a whole lot of food. And you open up your freezer and ain't nothing in there but ice trays.
You gotta learn how to dice them. Relatable.
You're special.
Can't you tell?
You can't tell me anything I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Where your helmet at?
I left it at home.
See?
It was too tight.
He got one.
Yeah.
Special.
You need a new one.
You need a seatbelt on
It
right
cracked.
now.
It cracked.
It cracked. The head was too big.
Yeah. It grew too fast.
Thinking too fast.
Yeah.
No.
It was like.
Yeah. Well, I got this dish anyway. But if you just got chicken at your house, because most women like sides and they want something to go with it. First of all, I'm the side.
Yes.
I'm the mashed potatoes and the salad and all that shit. Because women, how many of y'all like chicken wings?
Oh,
Yeah. See? It's a little black in the room, okay? All right. You know, everybody like chicken. That's unracial. When you come to my house, it ain't called chicken wings. It's called dick and wings. Because that's what you get. Dick and wings, okay? I don't know why y'all think that ain't funny, but that shit's funny.
I'm over here silently laughing.
In my car, that's funny as hell, okay? I'm sorry. I didn't get a ticket coming up here.
That's good.
Whoa! That's good.
Yeah.
Surprising. You know,
I ain't never been up there, man. This far as hell, man.
he just probably thought it was
The
Obviously from Cincinnati.
Yeah, the only thing outside black is me, okay? In the streets right now.
Sure you can see under all that white.
Yeah. Yeah, you a smart ass, ain't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whoop then. Y'all don't need y'all ass whooped. Y'all cool. I like y'all. Y'all might be my cousins too. Okay.
Hey, I got the Cincinnati on.
Hey, y'all like the Bengals?
Oh yeah.
Oh, y'all like the
Bengals
Bengals?
fans?
Right here.
Let me tell you how I really feel.
You don't like
Feel like
Fuck
shit?
them. The Bengals is only good on PlayStation. I don't give a shit how y'all feel.
No love for that.
Hey, the Bengals only good on PlayStation and Xbox and shit.
They make up to the playoffs, they always lose.
Oh, them motherfuckers can't make it out the driveway. Them motherfuckers are
They make
shitty.
it to the playoffs and then they
If the
lose
quarterback
their
throw the
first game.
motherfucking
Let's talk
ball,
about the
We gotta get rid of
Browns.
that coach.
Let's not talk about the Browns.
I agree.
The Browns now.
I agree. But if the quarterback throw that goddamn
He
ball
feels disrespectful.
to the cheerleader one more time, he's fired. Sick of him. And I don't really think it's the coach's fault. I just think he needs to fire everybody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he over there looking like a Ninja Turtle without the shell. I'm just saying, lost. Well, I'm glad I could bless the stage tonight and set this stuff off. I'm trying to be good as kids in here. If y'all want to see me get down, catch me by myself, okay? Or catch me where it's 21 over.
What you say?
You know what I mean?
Stop.
You can't come.
Oh, damn.
Seat belt. That's what your ass needs. A seat belt.
Send me straight
No,
to
we
bed.
can go all the way back.
You the kind of kid sitting in front of the bus. Shut up. You one of them. I'm just saying. You need to be home driven. You ain't even getting on the bus. Get in the car. Minivan. That's what you need to do. Well, my name's Dave Dillinger. I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all.
We're probably going to be the best here this next one.
Keep moving for Dave Dillinger, everybody. It's a great way to start off the show. Honestly, starting out the show, one of the best comments we've had to start out the show. Really playing.
I used to be able to name every nut that there was. And that used to drive my mother crazy because she used to say, Harlan Pepper, if you don't stop naming nuts. And the joke was, of course, that we lived in Pine Nut. And I think that's what put it in my head at that point. So I'd go to sleep. She'd hear me in the other room and she would just start yelling. I'd say, peanut, hazelnut, cashew nut, macadamia nut. That was the one that would send her into going crazy. She said, you stop naming nuts. And Hubert used to be able to make the sound, and he wasn't talking, but he used to go, it sounded like macadamia nut. Pine nut, which is a nut, but it's also the name of the town. Pistachio nut, red pistachio nut, natural, all natural white pistachio nut.